I'm Erica. I own TreasuredLetter, but I'm getting like a pop-up from YouTube. So let me just see what that is. Okay. Okay. Interesting. It's just some fun facts of like changes they're making. All right. So this is my like shirt. I thought I might get cold, but I'm not. So I'm trying to like put this somewhere so it doesn't fall. All right. There we go. Welcome. Now, I am just a sleepy little lady today, so we're going to have nice, relaxed melt wax, lovely times, and good vibes. Hi, Dustin. How are you? All right. Go. TreasuredLetter. Welcome to Relax Melt Wax. Hi, Leaf. How are you? I feel like when I did that, something hit my hand, and I was like, is there more wax? Like flying, maybe from this. I'm gonna put this down. Hi, Brian, how are you? Welcome. Okay, so yesterday, I'm sorry, my allergies, I'm sniffling, because I sneezed. Okay, anyway, so yesterday I was in Salem and it was so great and I had so much fun and I wrote over 50 poems. I think it was 55, which is crazy. I wrote so many poems and it was so great. And I shaved 2 whole minutes off of my poem writing time because I look at the averages of how long it takes me to write each poem and I'm getting better at it. And that's such a wonderful thing to see for me, like a tangible thing that I can work on and look at and be proud of. So it was truly wonderful. And I know I did a good job because Pennywise the clown told me that he sees my effort. He walked by later and was like, "You're committed," because I was still there. And I was like, well, if the clown says so, it must be true. But it went so well. So, okay, so what do I use the wax seals for? Great, wonderful question. Let me just put some in here before I forget and then just talk forever because that's me. Okay, so, girl, where is my stamp? Here. So I always start by making a TreasuredLetter sticker and then we make a bunch. I have, I'd say about 1,000, maybe more now, but I stopped counting. But these are all wax seals. And there's a couple things that they do. I have a large one, but I'm not wearing it because I wore it yesterday in Salem and then I took it off and now I don't have it. But here's a mini one. I make wax filled glass lockets and you can change them out. So I have a large one and a mini one. Okay, that is something you can do with them if you want to go that route. Otherwise, these are stickers. You can use them anywhere that you would, a sticker that you would like. I mean, I wouldn't put it in your car. It is wax, and I don't know how hot it is where you are, but you can put it on like gifts to make them look pretty, or on your phone case, letters, envelopes, paper products, scrapbooking, cards, bookmarks. Really, whatever you want. You can put them right on your fridge, whatever makes you happy because they're stickers. But the wax started because I type, is that upside down? No. I type custom poems. So I write poetry, I type it out on a vintage typewriter, I put little rose petals inside, it's cute. I put a little twine bow. And then I seal the envelope with wax, like I pour it right on there. And then people liked that, so I started doing a bunch of things with wax. But this one in particular is stickers. So it's called Relax Melt Wax and we make stickers together and that's what we're doing tonight. So it's just good vibes and these are some colors I put in. One of them was like a wax scrap, so I don't know what's in this color here, but it has some glitter for sure and a bunch of different blues and then a white one and whatever color that is in the middle. I'm not really sure. It's one of those like shift colors, you know? But that's what I do. I have my own business. It's called TreasuredLetter. But today we're just soaking up the adrenaline and joy that is doing something that I love because yesterday was the first time I left the state for TreasuredLetter. So it felt like a really big deal because my plan is to travel around the world and give out poetry to people and make their day a little bit better and make the world seem just like a little bit kinder. I feel like it could really use that. So So leaving the state for the first time was both terrifying because I knew no one and I didn't know where I was going. And it took me 3 hours to get there and then physically get there because every parking lot was full because it took us so long to get there that it was like midday by then. Oh, it was crazy. If y'all ever go to Salem, Massachusetts, in the middle of the day on a holiday weekend right before Halloween, just know it takes hours. I feel like it took 2 hours to get there, but 3 to actually physically get there. And thank goodness Dan was there because I never, by the time we had parking, I never would have been able to like lug everything with the typewriter and the table and everything by myself for like a good, 20-minute walk or whatever it was. So I was just super lucky to have such a supportive person help me and wonderful people. I wrote a poem for someone who had gotten engaged that night. And I was like, would you like a poem for your wedding? Because like, I will do that. And then I wrote, okay, so a lot of times the poems that I write are for romantic poems because I set up at Providence Waterfire, which is this like nighttime activity with a bunch of like fire pits in the water, and it's very pretty, and a lot of people go there for dates. So I write some family poems, but a lot of them are love poems, and there's no complaints about that. I love what I do, and I love love. But in Salem, I wrote a poem. These are prompts. I did not make up these prompts. These are prompts I received. Someone was like, write me a poem about a murderous mermaid who falls in love with a sailor. I'm like, bet. And then someone else had me write a poem about the lady on the bust of a ship. Do you know like the wooden thing on the mast or whatever it's called, like on the bow? So I wrote about that. Someone had me write about like a spooky story about them, but as a dermatologist. I did my best. It was really fun and everyone was in costume. I had a witch's hat. I was prepared. And hi Anwa, hi Olivia. And then I met somebody who was like, oh, I'm a witch. And I was like, yes. And they were like, what? And I was like, I told the stream I was going to go to Salem and make friends with real witches, and no one believed me, but I succeeded. And she burst out laughing and was like, yes, you did. So that's what happened. I didn't, from the moment I sat down and set up, as soon as Dan walked away, there was a line, and there was a line the whole time. So Dan brought me a sandwich, and it sat next to me for like 4 hours, and I dreamed of that sandwich, but I didn't want to be rude. So like 5 hours in, I was like, I need to eat. And Dan was like, oh no. And a dog tried to eat my sandwich. He put his nose in the bag, and I was like, no. So for a brief moment there, my like very loud personality came out because like I really wanted the sandwich. Anyway, I ate that sandwich. And then I needed a break because there's just so many people. And as y'all know, maybe you don't, maybe you're new, I am very afraid of people. So this is well outside my comfort zone. So I like dragged Dan into a quiet, well-lit alley and was like, we're gonna sit here while I decompress. So I like ate and had some iced tea and sat there and like deep breathed for a minute and was like, okay, I got this. And then I went back out and set up somewhere else and made more poems. It was so fun. I was there for like 7 hours maybe. It was great. Oh, okay, hold on one second. There we go. So, welcome. Hi. So, I wrote 55 poems. I actually ran out of twine and I brought an entire spool. So that's crazy because I was wrapping like little bows around each one. So someone asked me when I'll be at the holiday market, and it's December 6th and 7th. And I was like, and I said, oh, the 6th, 7th, like 6th to 7th, and then realized I walked right into that one. So I really can't win with it. But anyway, but yes, I had a wonderful time. I would love to go back again, but it was so stressful driving. It's like stop and go traffic. And as someone, ooh, look how pretty. Do you see the glitter? Hold on. Do you see it? As someone with ADD, stop and go traffic in particular is very difficult for my attention span, because if it takes like a second and then you stop and then another second and you stop, I either stop for too long or I don't stop for long enough, and I can hit other cars. So I don't like to drive. And I think that's fair. So it was very good that Dan was there and escorted me driving wise, because I do not feel confident about how I would have gotten there. Like by the time I got there, I would have had to have pulled over, cried. It would be a whole thing. So that's pretty. Okay, it's white and then a bunch of different blues. And then also wax scraps that were in the blue family. I just thought it was pretty. I haven't seen Jody yet. It might be because like I was a little bit late because I was doing math calculations, and anyone who knows me knows that that takes all of my brain power. So I lost track of time, but that is how I knew that I shaved 2 minutes off of my live poem writing average. So pretty exciting. I made 55 poems. It was super busy. It was really fun. I made like memorial poems, happy anniversary poems, love poems, friendship poems, poems about roommates, poems about everything. It was so fun. It was so fun. But then after that, I spent 7 hours writing poetry nonstop, except for that like 15-minute break. And then after that, my brain was not functioning at all. So today I'm very, very clumsy, because like my like spatial differentiating is off when I'm tired. So that's what happened. But yeah, I wrote 55 poems and I was so proud of myself, and it was great. Here's the back and here's the front. I was gone for about 12 hours, but that was because it took 3 hours to like get there and set up, because we couldn't find parking and there was traffic. On the way home, it was only an hour and a half. So, which is what it should have been. But silly me, I looked up the directions at like 3 a.m. when I was awake, thinking like, oh, I should see how long it takes to get there. And then I used that time to be like, oh, it doesn't take that long. We can leave here and then we'll have plenty of time. We'll be early even. Girl, you can't use traffic from 3 a.m. to determine a Saturday morning. That doesn't work. Anyway, so that's what happened, but it was so fun. And now I really think that I'm going to be able to do poems at people's weddings, and that's going to be amazing. So, I have never seen that before. Ah, thank you. Who sent that? Clouds, thank you. I love it. I've never seen that before. But yeah, it was so fun. And I didn't see anything in Salem. Like Dan walked 10 miles, had a pizza, bought me a sandwich first thing just in case. FaceTimed with people for about 2 hours. He did a lot. But I only did poems. So I just kind of saw the outsides of stores and things, but I didn't really experience any Salem. But I can tell you that part of that was like really enjoyable to me, because I like people watching and just kind of vibing. And I noticed all of the stores had like lines to go in and were really crowded. So I think that kind of thing would stress me. So I think that this was like best for me to just be outside, happy little lady, you know? So that's what happened. Also, I'll have you know, I met a cat named Lucifer, because she's a lady. And calmest cat I've ever seen. Man in costume, just holding his cat, walking around with a leash, but the cat was just in his arms the whole day. I saw that cat and I was like, I can't believe there's a cat here. And Dan was like, oh, that cat's been here for hours. What? Why is that cat better at being with people than me? Anyway, so that happened. I made friends with witches. I had so much fun. Here's the treasured letter sticker of the day. I hope that you like it. Now, I brought 60 stickers. That's how I know I made 55 poems. And I was trying to get to 60 poems, but at that point, it was quite late and I was spent. Mentally, I was like, I can't read or write anymore. Because this silly girl was like, make sure to bring your glasses. You really need your glasses. You need them to see. Make sure you bring them. And then you know what I did? I left them in the car. And the car was really far away. And I didn't realize I left them in the car until like Dan was gone. I'm all set up. I'm writing poems and I'm like, man, I can't see. So by the time I got home, I had such a headache and it is 100% my fault because I thought I forgot them. I didn't realize they were in the car. Fool. So that's what happened. Right, Sam? I was shook. I was shook by that cat. I took a video of that cat. I took like no videos, but my phone is just a picture and a video of a cat being like, what's your cat's name? But it was really cool. There was like a clown playing a violin. There were people making balloon animals, people selling popcorn. Let's see, I saw someone, I don't know if they were rapping. I don't really know what exactly they were doing, to be honest, but something like that. And a lot of people in costume, but not like some just regular Halloween costumes or like me wearing like just like a little jacket that looks like a cloak and a hat kind of thing. But then there were people that were like more like cosplay. Do you know what I mean? Where they're like full out costume looking fabulous. So it was really fun. If you've never gone to Salem, highly recommend. Oh, gloom. I'm so happy. That must have been so scary. I'm glad it all worked out. Okay, so that's how Salem went. Highly, highly recommend. I'm going to make some fun spooky stickers. All right, so I don't know. Someone was like, I heard you were here and I had to come. And then I got shy and didn't have the heart to be like, where'd you hear that? I just went, oh. I'm still working on conversational skills, okay? Low key, I am, I'm so scared. So, I couldn't tell you, I'm sorry. But I'm pretty sure I met like a couple people and then other people, it was unclear and I didn't have the heart to be like, do you know me? Because that felt awkward. So instead I was just like, hi. But I definitely met some people for sure. It was really fun. And I'm so grateful for any of y'all who were there. And some people knew me, and I'm realizing now, if they're like, oh, I know you, I'm realizing in this moment, I don't live there. Where else would they know me? All right, well, that happened. Anyway, so welcome. But yeah, I did low-key panic, but instead I was like, what poem would you like? Thank you for being here. I'm gonna run away. That's the vibe I give off. like a skittish bunny. But I tried my best. Thanks, Onward. It was so good, Patrick. It was so good. If y'all didn't know what we're talking about and you're new here, I thought this would be fun. I haven't done this color scheme before, and it's only 2 colors, but I think it'll be nice. Thanks, Jackson. Thank you. So I went to Salem. I did poetry live on the street. I looked it up. Busking is legal in Salem. You do not need a permit or anything. You're just there as long as you're respectful and you don't go over a certain decibel because they don't want a bunch of drummers on the street, I guess. So says the internet. So did I see a bunch of policemen and then wonder if I was going to get in trouble? Yes. Did I know full well it's legal and totally fine what I'm doing? Also, yeah. But again, I'm afraid of people. So anytime I see anybody, I'm like, that's what happened. And it was so good. I couldn't have asked for a better turnout. I couldn't have asked for kinder people. It was great, honestly, so great. And I wrote poems about music and for people that are dancers and for people that love Halloween and for fall and for Salem and for vibes, and it was great. Anyway, it was all of my dreams wrapped into one, and it was wonderful, and it was a really good look into what I'm trying to accomplish by going places and doing that every weekend if I can. So here's to that. If you have a moment and you would like to subscribe, that would be really great because it helps me be able to continue what I'm doing, and I love that. We're trying to get to 6,700 because the goal is to get to 10,000 because I really feel like that will like open doors, and I'm really excited. I want to travel and like give out poems, and I'm so excited. So I started looking into what typewriter I should get since the Hermes baby that I wanted, I haven't been able to find. I'm looking into a vintage Skywriter. It is called that because it was designed to be used on planes and for travel. I'm looking at one other one. I can't think of the name off the top of my head because I had never heard of it before, but the guy at the typewriter store recommended it. So right now I'm using a Royal Arrow. It's from 1949. I love her a lot. However, I'm starting to notice some problems with the roller after she's been in my luggage for a hot minute. So it was all cobblestones. So Dan had to like carry everything. Because I was like, it can't be bumped. So anyway, a good sport he is. So that's what happened. It was a great time, and I cannot thank you all enough for being a part of that. I met so many people. I learned about other people's TikToks and YouTube and this and that and what they do. And oh, it was so fun. Now that I think about it though, like, yeah, I am realizing more people than I thought knew about the channel because they're talking to me about TikTok. Wait a minute. Anyway, if y'all didn't know, I have TikTok and YouTube, and I alternate streaming between them. Why can't I speak? This is pretty. I'm excited about this color scheme. So yeah. Oh, do you see the wax? I feel like you can see it this time. Here? Do you see it? No? Maybe if I just like grab a bunch of it. Can you see that? Maybe not. But anyway, it's like strings of wax, which only happens sometimes, but I think it's fun. All right, so our goal for today, $50 in sales or donations, because we need paper desperately. The paper that I buy is in bulk so that I can afford to sell it for a reasonable amount, but it's a handmade paper and I can't make it because regular handmade paper is pretty thick and it has to be very thin for it to work with the typewriter. So it's like a very specific handmade paper. And I know I could use regular paper, but where's the fun in that? Like that's the back. That's gorgeous. It has like pink and purple flowers. It gives me great joy. So, can you see them? I think you can see them. I don't know if you can see the pink ones in here, but anyway, it's pretty. So, I will be, I don't know, what's the word? Fundraising, whatever it is, to get more paper, because for it to be affordable, I have to buy a lot of it. And I'm on like my last 2 large sheets of it. So, that is what we're going towards. Hello, how are you? Lovely to see you, Bubba. Hi. Isn't it so pretty, Sam? I was so happy to find it because when I started, I bought all sorts of paper, and the only other paper I could find was just plain colors, but they were so crazy expensive. I was like, girl, how are you selling these? So that was the only other option, and I was like, I can't swing this. And then I found this company that makes them, and I was like, so we're gonna be working with them, doing my best. All right, this is 2 colors, and it's very pretty, I think. And I think I'm gonna do gold because I feel like a gold heart will be pretty. Let's see what you think though. Your birthday? Yesterday, that's exciting. Thanks, Eva. Y'all are lovely. So yeah, that's what all of the like donations, everything is going to be going towards paper for a hot minute, because I'm going to reach out to them and see how much it is, because I haven't had to buy it because I bought so much for a couple years. So I'm scared to know, but we're going to find out. They're not open until Tuesday. So I'm going to find out then, because I need more paper. But we will be trying to raise funds towards that. I will just be putting on my credit card because I can't run out of paper, right? For a living. That would be crazy. Anyway, here we go. Ta-da! This is a wax seal sticker, and I think it's pretty cute. It's giving spooky. All right, now this, I can't tell. I think it's spooky adjacent because it's spooky cute. You know what I mean? Like, I think we can make it a black cat kind of vibe with some witchy tomes. Like, that'll be the thought process. So I'm thinking glitter. Any other color, that will be up to you. If you have any recommendations, you let me know. It's like a little rib cage situation, and then the bottom is the spine. Yeah. I'll show you again. Hold on one sec. I just have to add a bunch of glitter for science purposes. Okay. But I was so happy. Like, the stickers were such a big hit because people didn't expect them because they just like came for the poem. But then I was like, here's a sticker book. Choose what you want. And people were so excited by that. So yay. And then this guy came and was like, oh, squid ink. That's a good idea. This guy came and was like, I'm on a tour. And I was like, okay, because I panicked and I don't know what to say to that. And he was like, the tour guy said they've never seen you before. And I was like, thanks. Yeah, I'm new here. And he was like, are you staying late? Like we want to come and we're on a tour right now. And I was like, I'll stay as late as I can. He was like, are you going to be here tomorrow? And I was like, no. I felt bad. But I was so excited that means like a tour group was talking about my poetry. And I was like, so I gave him my card like a real business lady. It was great. All right. So, oh, I told you I'd show you this again. So it's like a cute little rib cage situation. And then like the spine. So it's like spooky, I'm in love, but also I'm spooky, you know? So today I watched half of Nightmare Before Christmas because then I had stuff to do. So I'll watch the other half tomorrow. And I watched the third Harry Potter, which is my favorite one, for the marathon that I'm currently on. And then after that, I'll probably watch like, I don't know, Twilight or something else. I don't really do like scary. So I'm kind of looking for like spooky, cute. And that there's not a lot of that for movies. If you have any recommendations, let me know. So yeah. Everyone is always like, I love or hate that. Those are the rules. But pretty much everyone I encounter is like, oh, I love that. And Dan's never seen it. Halloween Town, that's true. And that one is like a couple, right? So I could do a movie marathon. I love a movie marathon. That's what you wanted to see? This is the back where the sticker part goes. And I used this new green that I got in Italy and black. And I just think that's fun and pretty. I'm glad I did the gold over the silver. I feel like it just pops more and it just goes with the vibe of like decadent, spooky. Oh yeah, Casper. Forgot about that. I did want to watch the new season of Wednesday, but I feel like I should watch the first season again because I don't really remember. So I should watch that, but I think that might actually be scarier. I don't know. Thanks, Eva. Y'all are lovely. Is it nighttime? It is 11:10 p.m. Yeah. Okay, so I forgot to add more colors. Hold on, what was I doing? What were we making? We were making this. What about that new navy blue? I feel like that would go. Now, you're not supposed to do what I'm doing, so if you're making wax on your own, don't do what I just did. And by that, I mean adding wax in when your other wax is already melted makes it so that by the time the new wax is melted, the old wax is bubbling. It's like not a great combo, but I did what I did. I'm a professional, we'll figure it out. Okay. Maybe one of these, because I liked it in the last one. All right. So, I invert numbers, Ava, so that's why when you see me looking, I'm like, So, basically, yes. Oh, there's 2 Avas here. Hi. Welcome. All right. So yes, any donations or sales on the site or anything. Did I tell you about the site? Oh, shoot. Okay, so my website is TreasuredLetter.com. There's a link on my channel, but everything on there is made by me. The merch is designed by me. And yeah, I can make you a poem or all sorts of things. Now, the poems live, totally different than the poems that I write from the site. Why, you ask? The poems live are shorter and more like less construction going on. It's right from my brain and you're telling me things and people are asking like write a poem about what you see and I'm looking at them and writing, or like I like am half listening to some of their conversation and then writing about it in the poem because they're interacting together and they ask for a poem about each other. You know what I mean? So I'm like looking at their body language, looking at their style, writing a poem. So that's completely different than on the website where when you order a poem, I can write it, I can edit it, I can work on it for a bit. I put like my heart in that in a different way. Do you know what I mean? So so they're really fun and I really love what I do. But I also have like letters. That's why it's called Treasured Letter. So you submit the letter and then I type it out on the typewriter, seal it with wax, send it out for you. It's pretty. So anyway, there's jewelry, there's a bunch of stuff, but that's all made by me. It's TreasuredLetter.com. So back to what I was saying. The goal is $50 in sales or donations. We're trying to get enough to get more paper because I made so many poems in the last couple weeks doing live poetry that I've run out of paper, which is a great problem. I'm happy. I'm so happy. I'm so happy. But I've been live the last 3 weekends, which is crazy. So I must continue doing that. Look how pretty this blue is on top of the silver. That's nice. So yeah, that's what we're aiming towards. I will find out on Tuesday the exact amount, but I know it's going to be a lot. I think last time it was like $1,000. So because I bought like enough for it to last years. And we're going to see. But to be able to get a bulk discount, you have to buy a lot. And that is how small businesses thrive. They just have enough to be able to do that. And since the person I'm buying it from is also a small business, it is what it is. All right, so, oh yeah, okay. So The Nightmare Before Christmas I'm currently watching. Thank you. I haven't watched Beetlejuice this year, but I did watch a marathon last year, so maybe I will again because that was fun. I was Lydia one year for Christmas, girl, for Halloween. You can see it on my TikTok if you scroll back far enough. Yeah, Ava's making friends. Welcome. Let's get to 100 likes. Oh my gosh, y'all, we've been trying to go up by 2 likes every time so that I don't get scared asking for big numbers or anything. I get like intimidated. So this week would have been 62 because last week was 60 and we're already there. Thank you. I love you. Okay, so welcome. So they haven't affected things for me except for like maybe like a little bit, but nothing crazy, MG, because I'm like a smaller business, so it doesn't really. Some of the places that I would get certain things that I needed closed though because of them. So I am trying to figure out some stuff specifically with the necklaces because I'm not a metalsmith. I make the things in the lockets. I don't make the metal part, you know? So some of that stuff a little bit, but nothing crazy. Y'all are like, Mom, welcome home. Okay. Welcome, welcome. Hi, Skylar. How are you? All right. So this is this like shifty blue purple kind of color that I have. Silver glitter, navy blue, and squid ink, which is a very dark purple. And it's gonna be pretty. I just know it because of the glitter and just the vibes. Now, I have extra. And what does that mean, friends? That I show you how I make Locket charms. Now, I make, I don't know, 1,000 of these, and then maybe 300 out of those 1,000 are perfect, and then I sell those. So, that's how I make those. Ta-da! That's pretty. That is pretty. Okay, wait. There you go. That's nice. Now, what came in the mail today, you ask? To my house, not the P.O. box. They're not open. I got the remaining things needed for my Halloween costume, which I did not wear to Salem because I thought it was going to be freezing. It said that it was going to be cloudy and like 60 degrees, and I didn't know how late I would stay and if it got into like the 50s and if I would be cold. So I just wore like jeans, t-shirt, cloak, witch hat, good to go. Also, I really want to be comfortable because if I'm nervous around people, I don't want to be uncomfortable clothing-wise on top of that. But my Halloween costume is cute and I'm excited. So you will see that as the time gets closer. This is how I make the mini Locket charms. This one's the Tree of Life. And then they go in the lockets. This is a mini locket. I have larger ones, but this is how it goes. I don't know if this is the right size, but like that. And then you wear it. Thank you. I got little hair clips as a gift, and I thought that was really nice. And this one's a little bat. I have really cool loved ones, I must say. Ooh. I like this. I like this. Okay. Are you ready? Because this is giving exactly what I wanted it to. So who said squid ink? You were right. You were right. Amanda, maybe? I don't know. You were right though. So squid ink, silver glitter. This like, it was one of these. They're like color shift colors. And this new navy blue. Look how gorgeous. 10 out of 10, love. Absolutely love. So, what color do I color these? Thank you. Okay, so what I need from you is to tell me what color you want the cat to be so I can color everything else a different color. So I'm going to put some colors out here in a little poll, and this is just for the cat, okay? So you decide what you think, and then I will go with whatever you decide. Rose, silver, and gold. And this is just for the kitty. So gold, silver, rose. And then the other colors will be used for the other things happening, like the books and the moon and stuff. This is just for the cat. Let me know. I don't know about that, but thank you. I am very bad at sketches, so that is why art is so important. Because you find what you enjoy and then you work hard at it. and it's different for everybody, which is so fun. Hi, Brennan. How was your day? Mine was good. So right now we're in a nor'easter. So everyone was like, it's going to be crazy. Prepare yourself. And then driving home from Salem for that whole hour and a half, the entire highway, every like 50 feet was a sign saying like, be prepared, nor'easter. And then today it was fine. I went out for sushi. It was just raining. It was totally fine. But tomorrow is another day of bad weather, and I'm hoping to maybe get some rest because I'm a sleepy lady and I worked hard today and yesterday. But how are you? Let me know. Hi, thank you. I got to know, oh, did you like it? It was so fun, wasn't it, Whitney? Oh my God, it was so fun. Oh, I forgot. I'm supposed to be the one that turns off the poll. Sorry. I know that that sounds obvious to you, but on TikTok, it counts down for a certain amount of time and then just turns itself off. So rose gold it is. So I always forget and I just like wait forever. And then I'm like, wait a minute. Sorry. Okay. But yeah, I felt like a real poet and I just loved it so much. So that made me truly happy. There's nothing like realizing in that moment that you're like achieving your dream. It's very, I don't know, humbling and wonderful and kind and emotional, but I did my best and I didn't cry in public, so. But I did make other people cry. That sounds bad. Not like that. I think 3 people were like, you're gonna make me cry, and then start crying from reading my poems, and I was like, I did a good job. That's how you know. You're in New Jersey? Yes. So today, tomorrow is the whole nor'easter situation. Thank you. That's kind life. Thanks, Jessica. I mean, I'm lucky enough to be able to do something that I genuinely enjoy, so I can be very happy about that, and that trickles into my personality, I suppose. All right, so is that, what is that? Oh, I colored the cat's foot by accident. We got to go back and fix that. He's got one little mitten. All right, we need this to dry. So how was your day? Hopefully it was good. Our goal for today is $50 in sales or donations and 50 subs and 50 likes. Sure. Wouldn't hurt. So those are the goals. And I found this old shirt that I had and I was like, perfect. So I wore that today. But for bravery purposes, I did wear a TreasuredLetter shirt like under my witch's cloak so that I could just feel like I was repping. And then in my bag, I also had a TreasuredLetter sweatshirt, which I had to put on at the end of the night. It was actually chilly then. So, thanks, Jennifer. Love you. Okay, do you think this is dry? I put my finger in it. It was not dry. I shall wait. But yeah, I just felt so lucky. So excited. Thanks, Jax. Oh, so tomorrow is the only day I stream at 1 in the afternoon. I always stream at 10:30 at night, every night. But Mondays are at 1 because I take the night off for balance and sleep or whatever. So when I stream Mondays, last week I did typewriter typing and everyone seemed to really like it. So I think tomorrow will be a fun typewriter time, but I can't think of a name for it. Like this is Relax Melt Wax, but like what do we call, there's Friday night type night, but what do we call it on a Monday? Monday night type night doesn't sound as fun. So if you have an idea for a name for our afternoon typing, it's just like a fun typewriter ASMR. I just like to have a name for it. If you have an idea, you let me know. Monday Funday. Oh, that is fun. Okay, all right, we're getting somewhere. We're getting somewhere. It would be helpful if like people knew something about it, but like none of that. Like Typewriter doesn't really roll off the tongue. I don't know. We'll figure it out though. All right, so let's color this. So let's do this. But yeah, I don't know where else I can type. Like once it starts getting really cold here, I still want to make poems live for people. So if you have any recommendations, or if somehow we just need to like magically become millionaires so I can travel around. I don't think so though. I feel like a lot of people are traveling on a budget. So I'm gonna try and figure out, I might have to go somewhere warmer, because if it's like snowing, I can't be out on my typewriter. She won't last. She's from the 40s. It can't get wet. So I'm thinking I might need to find somewhere sunny, or like maybe a little warmer, or something indoors. So if any of y'all have any recommendations that are in like New England area, or not, I guess, let me know. Because I like it. I just need somewhere that has a lot of people. That's it. Where I'm allowed to type. Hola. Thanks, Bruce. I don't sleep. Don't be like me. Go to bed. But this is when I wake up. It's 11:30. All right, so you ready? I made you a cat. I hope that you like it. I realized I forgot to color some of these stars, so I'm doing that. And then I have to fix this cat's foot, as you do. All right, you ready? I made you a present. Now, all of these are for sale. If anyone wants it, let me know. But otherwise, it goes in with the mystery stickers until it becomes the sticker of the day or someone's mystery sticker. But here's a cat on some books, living its best life, being cute. What do you think? Y'all said a rose gold cat, and that is what we made. Do you like it? I think it's cute. I think it's cute. Yay. Hi, Bryce. It's wonderful to see you, my friend. Okay, so we're making spooky things. Do you think that like trick-or-treaters might... No, I can't. I can't, because if they're really little, I don't want them to eat the wax. I'll look into it. All right. This is what we're making. This is what we're working with. This is tangerine and bright orange and black. I think that should be good. That looks like pumpkins, right? I think so. All right, so the things I learned from busking for, I don't know, 7-8 hours straight. 1, bring chapstick, because if you talk that whole time, your lips get chapped, they start to hurt, and you feel mad about it because you didn't think of that. 2, sunscreen. If you think it might be partly cloudy, that means it's partly sunny, and you're more likely to get a sunburn because you didn't anticipate wearing enough sunscreen. 3, water. Your girl only had caffeine. Don't do that. Don't do that. These all apply to music festivals or anything outdoors also. Water. 4, figure out a way to get snack breaks because you'll get hangry. I become a little, just a little like Gollum, like a little gargoyle, gremlin creature. Evil. If I don't get a snack. So those are my, and then layers, because you don't know if you're gonna stay a long time or a short time. This was a lot of data for me. So I was there for about 12 hours in terms of like travel and finding parking and this and that. So it was a lot of data of like what times I should go, what times I should leave by, how long per poem it takes me, how much I make an hour, what travel time was. So I'm like really trying to refine this and make it into, I mean, it is a business, but like make it into part of the business. So I'm learning a lot and it's really fun. I like it. I cannot not talk with my hands. Like I can sit on them, but within what do you think my attention span is? Maybe 3 minutes, gone. Okay. Hope that helps. I said my name's Eric. It's nice to meet you. Okay, so this is what it looks like. Halfway melted. You know it's halfway melted because if you poke this with a spoon, you can like push that. I can't see what I'm doing. I'm sorry. Push that down and then like it's kind of like clumpy still. So that's how you know it is not done yet if you're learning how to melt wax for joy, stickers, whatever you do. Okay, so I think I might actually be a poet, and I know that I've been doing this for 5 years and writing poetry, and then I'm working on a poetry book, and that I tell you I'm a poet and I read poems online, but I'm starting to believe it. And that takes longer, okay? Because it just does. Like my little brain fights against reality in many ways, okay? But in this way, I'm just very excited. Who's my favorite poet? Ooh, you know, I don't know the answer to that because I like a lot of specific poems, but I don't know that I have a favorite poet. Does that make sense? Who's your favorite poet? Like silly. Joe, I love you. I'm so pink though, wait. Who is my favorite poet? That's tough. That's like, what's your favorite book? Like, that's tough. Okay. Maybe Howard Simon, maybe Robert Frost, depending on the day. I've read a disproportionate amount of Edgar Allan Poe. I went to school for writing, so I got to read a lot, which made me really happy. Yeah, I don't know. I'm sorry. Hi, I do. Welcome. Cassie. Oh, so when I was looking up typewriters, as you do in your spare time when you desperately need another one that's more portable than the one that you have so that you can continue your dreams of flying around and making poems for people. Anyway, the typewriter that I want that I cannot find, and they made it for a long time, but I want a very specific, good quality, old one, is called the Hermes Baby. And I found out that Hemingway used it. I found out that I think they said Bukowski used it. There was a bunch of people who used this specific like typewriter, and I was like, but anyway, the point is, I need it. But we'll see. Hi, Andrew. You know what? I feel like you've mentioned that to me before, but I don't know that I did. I don't remember doing so, so I'm going to write it down. La, 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 la. So, one of the things I really enjoy is when I say that I type letters for people, I feel like some people don't realize what that entails. Oh, I wrote it upside down. What that entails is you provide the info and I type it. And it doesn't need to be a letter. And I know that's shocking information, but it doesn't. So sometimes people write song lyrics, right? They submit song lyrics. I write them out. I send them. Sometimes people write their own poems, or they submit someone else's poems. And that is how I've been introduced to a bunch of poetry that I had never read before, because I don't know like a bunch of like a lot of contemporary poets. So I love that. I love that for me. I mean, I love it for you. I love that you're having fun. I love that you have poems that like resonate with you and that I can send them to your loved ones and that they love it. But I also like reading it. So it's pretty awesome. That's true. I do think of you as Therian. I do. Let's see. Like someone on here had said Shel Silverstein the other day when we were talking about poets. I totally forgot about them. I reread The Giving Tree the other day. That is a crazy poem. At first, I thought that poem was a lovely story about giving your all to someone when I was younger. And now I read it and I'm like, yo, this is toxic. You can't give everything you have to someone. That's not good. That's not good for you. That's people pleasing 101, which I'm working on. So anyway, if you end up rereading things that you used to like and having like a different perspective, it's so fun. So anyway, highly recommend reading that. They say it's a kid's book, but I'm telling you that is just a long, amazing poem. It's not even that long actually, but it's an amazing poem. Hemingway, yes. Okay, did I forget that I was cooking? Yes. Does it have little bubbles in it right now? Yes. And what does that mean for us? One, it may get stuck to the table because it's hot, like hotter than usual. Two, the colors may mix more because it's sort of boiled together a little bit. Three, there's more bubbles, so you gotta torch it really well so that it comes out perfect. So instead of being like super bright like that, it'll probably be more like that. Does that make sense? So let's see what we have. I'm so glad you're here, Andrew. It's lovely to see you. I didn't know. I have to email you because I don't know if you we had talked about some stickers. So I will make a note to myself to message you and see if you need those. No pressure, but I did because you had said we'll look into it, and I want to look at every. Okay, so I made myself a note. It's so hard not to people please. I feel you. Addie, that's so cute. Yeah, I like it. Anwar's like, you know what? Twice that. The donation goal or order goal are going towards paper. If you're wondering, I buy these, like, the sheets are maybe this big, and then I cut them all to the size that I'm gonna make for poems. And then when you order like a custom thing that's like very customized, say like wedding vows, they're more because I customize a lot more with the paper and the flowers and a bunch of stuff. But anyway, it's because I like razor all of the pages and make them to size, and they're pretty. So anyway, we need more of that. That's what the goals are for. Now, because I said this is going to be hotter, it is stuck to the table. All right, here's the back where the sticker goes. See, it got all mixed together, which I don't mind. I think it's pretty. Here's the front. Ta-da! Spooky, scary skeleton. No, this is pumpkins. Is there a pumpkin song? I don't think so. Pumpkins. I don't have one. All right. I mean, probably gold, right? Because they're pumpkins. Steven. We are almost at 100 likes. Yes. Thank you. Thank you so much. But yeah, I feel like because I got to go to Salem and it went so well, I really want to go back because it was just so fun. And like a couple people were like, will you be here next weekend? And everything in me wanted to be like, of course. But I can't get there on my own, and also it's like, it's far. So I was like, maybe I'll try. But I had so much fun. I love Halloween. So being in a place where it's like walking around Halloween Town, or like Nightmare Before Christmas Halloween Town, like there are so many people that are just as obsessed with Halloween as me, that it was like, I really felt like I belonged in the nicest way. Especially because I'm so nervous around people. It's nice to find a place where I just feel like I'm totally normal, because like there goes Frankenstein. Do you know what I'm saying? Well, technically, isn't it Frankenstein's monster? Anyway, he was there. Hi, Jessie. Hi, Imani. We made this sticker out of wax. Ta-da! What do you think? Do you like it? I like the like frame that's part of like the pumpkin patch, like, not twine, swirls. What's that called? Vines. There we go. That's so cool, Andrew. Was it fun? I went to a show in Vegas when I was there a couple months ago. When was that? This past summer. And it was crazy. There was like pyrotechnics and people from the ceilings and a giant whale puppet, which is why I went. Because the ad was a big whale, and I was like, I'll take it. But there were like dancers and acrobat. It was crazy. And I know that Cirque du Soleil, is that how you say it? I know that they're crazier still, so that's cool. Absolutely stunning. That's amazing. Actually, I have a friend who is absolutely lovely, and she's a contortionist in the circus. And so I've gone to see her before as well. She's so talented. And she's actually working in Vegas now. So I do need to go see her at some point. But anyway, it's very cool when people can do just like crazy things with their body and like art and stuff. I, on the other hand, walk into like door frames, like they jump out at me. So I'm not a candidate. Hi, Imani. Okay, so where were we? We're making this. Maybe. Girl. Low key though. Did you see which way that went? Because not even kidding, no idea. All right, so you just keep an eye on this for me. I don't think it has enough wax in it though. Hold on, let me just add some things. La, 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 la. Oh, let's do like teal and like mermaid tears. Okay, watch this for me, please. I'm gonna be on the floor looking for, those are my friends, that's wax. Okay, looking for that. Where did it go, y'all? This is absurd, because I really can't find it. I found it. Okay, we got there. That was silly. It was underneath the desk here. All right, welcome new people. These are my stuffed animals. Okay. But while I'm up, I'm gonna fix some things. La, 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 la. You'll notice there's like wax on my chair. Please don't. Okay. I am on the floor rolling around for sure. So I threw this after saying I've had a very clumsy day. And I threw this, but luckily none of it spilled. So that was nice. And now we wait without throwing anything further. Knock on wood. Oh my God, there's 3 Avas today. That's crazy. Hello, hello. All right, so then we need to see, and now we're back. But this is my new little hair clip, and I have different ones, so look forward to seeing them because I'm having fun. All right, so The goal is $50 in sales or donations. We got to 100 likes, which is amazing. Thank you so much. And our goal is we're trying to get to 6,700 subs, but my computer does not acknowledge that I have fingerprints. I don't understand. So it's like 45 subs, something like that. Those are the goals. Yay. I think it's going to be really pretty. I've been using this today, and I don't know why when I have options like this, but I think I'm like so accident prone today that I am just afraid. I've broken so many of those that I have to pick and choose, y'all. Pick and choose. So, there you have it. But this will be the last sticker of the night. And I don't remember if I said any of this or not, but these are all for sale. If anyone would like it, let me know. Otherwise, it is added to that giant treasure chest. If you've ever seen any of the sticker of the day videos. Oh, right now it's a cauldron, the giant cauldron. And then when people order mystery stickers, it's out of there as well. Thanks, Whitney. It is teal, royal blue. What else is in here, y'all? Do you remember? I don't remember. Oh, wait, mermaid tears. I remember putting that in, which is this color. It's really pretty. And then I don't know what else, y'all. Some blues. I don't remember. I got distracted from hucking this on the ground. Just yeeted it. After that, it's all a blur. Is that like chamomile? Sounds like. I hope that it helps, Dragon. I'll send some good vibes for you. They are real. I've met some before. Okay, so does this look like a butterfly in the middle to you? I don't know if you can see it or not, and I can't like show you well, but do you see that that looks kind of like butterfly wings? I think it does. Is that a sandwich? Do the giant mermaid sticker? I do have a giant mermaid sticker. I do. It's like a hubcap. It's big. But this is the last sticker of the night. For your girl is sleepy, and I will sleep, I swear. But anyway, it's an ongoing battle between me and the night. Okay, so tomorrow, hopefully I see you at 1 o'clock. We're going to be doing some typewriter ASMR, having some fun, typing some names, and just overall having a good time. Relaxing, not worrying about anything going on in the world, just listening to typewriters and having some fun. I just threw this. Girl, I think I messed up my stamp. Okay, let's see. Basically what happened is I touched this and then I got startled because it's hot. So I hit that. So I don't know if it's going to be right or not, but we're going to find out together. Because like I said, it's been a very clumsy day, but I'm good. Mostly because I've touched so many hot things before. Okay, don't do that though. So we're going to fix this up like so. Make it all perfect and see if the design underneath worked or not. There's only one way to find out. Okay. It's not done yet. I can see it. I gotta behave today. But we're making some fun, spooky things. And this one is the moon. And I just think it goes with the vibes. But I've made a lot of blue and black things today. So maybe next time I'll make some like pink and other colors. But lately it's all Halloween colors. So, oh no, don't do that. Halloween season. Yes. All right. If I'm looking confused, it's because I am. I can't tell, but this to me looks like it might be perfect, and it has no business doing that because I literally hit the thing, lifted it, put it back, and it's perfect. What the heck? There's a little like line here, but like that's character. That's cute. Like why is this good? Why? It's not supposed to be. I mean, I'm happy. I'm happy. But why does this look so nice? I'm properly confused. All right, so this is pretty, and you are going to choose the marker color because you're lovely and I like it when you're a part of the fun. All right, so silver, gold, rose gold. You choose silver, that's rose, that's gold. And this is the sticker in question. So silver, that's rose gold, that's gold. These markers are not in the order that they are on the thing, but you get me. That's what it looks like. Those are the, you decide, okay? Okay. I'm gonna put this down and try and stop throwing things. No promises. La, da, da, da. Yeah, if you could join me tomorrow, 1 o'clock Eastern time, that would be amazing. I would love that. And we're going to usher in a new week together. It feels that way, Johnny. I know you could argue that I've been doing this for 5 years, so it's probably some skill involved, but I feel like that was 100% luck. That had no business being that good. Okay, but we're going to see. All right, so Johnny and Dan both say silver, and so does the poll. So silver it is. This is what it looks like. Oh, do you think that's good luck, Ashley? Because it's like all the same number. I feel like it kind of has good vibes. Is 111 like a lucky number or something? Sounds like it is. My lucky number is 13. I think it's just lucky, but I also tend to just think everything's lucky. Okay. Gotta color this in. This is still warm, so it's making my marker dry up. But we'll just color over it if it stops working. Oh, it's working. We're good. We're good. Okay, this is pretty. And I hope that you like it. And I got a little marker there, but that is part of the charm. All right, you ready? Ta-da! What do you think? Do you like it? That's the back where the sticker goes. That's the front. And I think it's really pretty. Okay, so here we go. This is a recap. Oh, do you hear the wind right now? Oh my God, that's not wind, that's rain. It's like, it sounds like a wave is hitting my house. That's crazy. Oh my God. Okay, I guess the nor'easter is starting. All right, so here's the back where the sticker goes. And here's the front. And the letters came out so crispy nice. Probably because I wasn't using this right beforehand to make stickers. So everything was still cold. And then it comes out so perfect. But like, look how pretty. Let's look at the paper. That looks nice. It's got some designs on it. Pretty. All right. Then we made this cutie pie, which is just 2 colors. But it speaks for itself. It's cool and it's pretty and I like it. I haven't thought of a name for this green yet. If you have one, you let me know. Is this emerald? I don't know, so you let me know. But this is pretty. And I like the sound of rain, so I'm all here for it. Then we made this cat, I think. I don't know the order of stuff, but squid ink, silver, this like tealish color, and then navy blue. It came out so pretty and so cute. Like, look at this sweet little angel. 10 out of 10, cute cat. Okay. Then we made, ta-da, spooky colors. And tomorrow I'm going to decorate my house with some Halloween decorations because I haven't done that yet. So that's I think I'm going to do that tomorrow and try and take it easy a little bit because I've been running around so much. And there's no post on Mondays, so there's not much I can do for the business aside from all the other stuff. But whatever. I'm going to try and have some candy, put on a Halloween movie, and decorate the house. So those are some pumpkins, and they're cute, and I like this like kind of outline happening here. I like that. And then we just made this one, which is so pretty. I call this accidental blue. It's a royal blue. I love it. Anyway, that's what that is. So if I was going to make this as a color swatch, how would I do it? Probably like that, which is a pretty swatch, I must say. And then the actual stamps go like that. What do you think? Ta-da! If you like any of these, let me know. I'll put it aside for you. Otherwise, they will be in the cauldron for the sticker of the day or any mystery stickers. Or you never know. Maybe they'll come with me when I make poems. You never know, but the point is, I hope that you enjoyed today's episode of Relax Melt Wax. I will be live tomorrow doing Typewriter ASMR at 1 Eastern Time, and I am so grateful for all of you. Thank you for being here and helping me support my dream. And while we didn't make our goal today, tomorrow is a new week and a new day, a new dawn, a new day, a new life for me, and I'm feeling good. I love y'all. I hope you have a great night. Thank you for being here. Thank you for all the likes. That's crazy. If you know anybody who you think might like what I make, if you want to let them know about my website, which is TreasuredLetter.com, or just like follow along on here, that would be amazing. Sweet dreams. Me too, Dragon. Me too. I love Nina Simone. Anyway, sweet dreams, and have the best night ever. And I will see you tomorrow. Good night. Love y'all. Sweet dreams.